Welcome back to the Deep Dive, everybody.
Yeah.
This time, we're diving into a Premier League matchup that's got us all kind of fired up over here at Tipsmodo. It's Bournemouth taking on Tottenham at the Vitality Stadium. And,
Ooh, this one should be good.
you know what that means, right?
Let's hear it.
Betting opportunities.
Oh, yeah, always.
That's right, folks. And we've got all the insights you need to potentially make some, make some smart wagers on this one.
Well, you said it. Bournemouth's home strength is a big factor here, and it really plays into some of Tottenham's weaknesses on the road.
Okay, let's break that down a bit. Bournemouth, they've been pretty solid at home, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just look at the recent 4-2 win over Wolves. Justin Kluivert, hat-trick of penalties. That was incredible.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not just about that one game. They've won 3 out of their last 4 Premier League matches at the Vitality Stadium.
So what's the key to their success at home? What makes them so tough to beat on their own turf?
Well, their manager, Andoni Iraola, he's got them playing this really aggressive, high-pressing style. It's relentless. They just suffocate opponents, force errors, create chances. It's a real problem for other teams.
And speaking of that, I think our supercomputer, I think it actually ranked Bournemouth as one of the best pressing teams in the whole league.
You're exactly right. In fact, they're 4th in the Premier League for high turnovers.
Wow.
Which leads to, a lot more shots on goal, and that's a stat that should definitely make any opponent nervous.
Especially a team that can be a little inconsistent defensively, like Tottenham.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Speaking of Tottenham, they're a tough team to predict, aren't they? Capable of these brilliant performances one week and then a bit shaky the next.
That's Tottenham for you, always keeping us guessing.
That's right.
I mean, look at their recent results. 4-0 win over Manchester City, dominant performance.
Yeah.
And then a 1-1 draw against Fulham shows just how unpredictable they can be, especially away from home.
So how does their away form match up against Bournemouth's home dominance? That seems like a really crucial factor here.
It's huge, and that's where things get interesting for bettors.
Okay.
Tottenham, they've won all 5 of their away games this season. And there's a big bet here.
Yeah, I can see.
They haven't won a single away game in their last 14 attempts when the other team scores.
So if Bournemouth can just get one past them.
Oh, history suggests Tottenham might be in trouble.
This is getting interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So Tottenham's away record, it's almost like a coin flip, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Heads they win, tails,
Tails, they struggle.
Exactly. But what about their attack, though? I mean, can they just outscore their defensive issues?
Well, they definitely have the firepower, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You got Brennan Johnson, James Maddison, and Dejan Kulusevski. That's a pretty potent attacking trio.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
And Johnson especially, he's been on fire this season.
He has, consistently finding the back of the net.
Even in that draw with Fulham, he managed to score.
So a lot of attacking potential for Tottenham, but a defense that can be a bit shaky on the road.
Yeah, that's the big question mark, isn't it?
Yeah, how do you see all these factors playing out against Bournemouth's high-pressing style? I mean, what should our listeners over at Tipsmodo be focusing on?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
But I'll tell you what, I think set pieces could be a big factor in this one.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Bournemouth, they've shown a real knack for winning penalties.
They have.
And with Kluivert, after that hat trick from the spot, they got a clinical finisher.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So Tottenham's defense, you got to be really disciplined in the box. Any clumsy challenges, well, those could be costly.
Absolutely.
And then it's not just penalties. Bournemouth, they're dangerous from corners and free kicks, too.
Puts even more pressure on that Tottenham backline.
Exactly.
So what about the history between these two teams? I mean, it's usually a pretty entertaining matchup, right? Goals galore. That's right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, on average, there's about 2.5 goals per game when these two teams meet. That's quite a bit higher than the league average.
Wow. So if you're looking for action, this is the match to watch.
For sure.
And for those of you who like to, spice things up with a wager or two, well, we at Tipsmodo, we see some pretty interesting possibilities here.
Oh, yeah. This one's got potential.
With Bournemouth's pressing and Tottenham's attack, the over 2.5 goals market, this looks pretty appealing.
Definitely worth considering.
And given Bournemouth's strength on set pieces, you might even want to explore markets related to, penalties or even goals from set pieces in general.
Absolutely.
And of course, we've got all those markets covered at Tipsmodo.
I've got you covered.
Our expert analysts, they've been crunching the numbers, looking at the form, head-to-head stats.
All the detail.
Even factoring in those little tactical nuances that can that can make all the difference.
That's what we do.
We're all about helping you make smarter bets, not just random guesses.
Informed decisions, that's the key.
That's right. So if you're ready to turn your football knowledge into, well, potentially into winnings, Tips Moto is the place to be.
Come join us.
We've got you covered for this Bournemouth-Tottenham showdown and for all your Premier League betting needs.
All your betting needs, that's right.
So what are you waiting for? Head over to our social media pages, join the Tips Moto community.
It's a great community.
And let's make some winning bets together. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
All the usual spots.
All the places you already hang out.
Exactly.
We've really gone deep, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, we've looked at the stats, the form, all those little tactical things.
Yeah, and you know what?
What?
We think this Bournemouth-Tottenham matchup, this one's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, all the signs point to a real exciting match.
Bournemouth with that high-energy pressing style.
And Tottenham with their attack.
And, of course, we can't forget about those defensive issues Tottenham have had away from home.
If Bournemouth can take advantage of that, could be a very profitable day for those who follow our advice over at Tips Moto.
That's right, because we don't just provide insights. We give you actionable betting tips.
Tips that are backed by data, research,
and a deep understanding of the beautiful game.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We're passionate about football.
We are.
And we want to help you, the listener, get the most out of your betting.
So really, what are you waiting for? Head over to our social media pages.
Join the Tips Moto community.
Let's make some winning bets together. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
All the places you're already at.
All the usual spots.
We'll be there.
So until next time, happy betting, everyone.